Why do you have sex? Do you have sex because it feels good for you? Or do you have sex for your partner? Now, in an ideal situation, a woman is having sex because it gives her pleasure. It makes her feel good about herself, inside and out, and it helps her to feel more connected and strengthens her relationship with her partner. And of course, she wants to have sex because it's fun. Something we as women don't talk about is how sex goes from something that makes us feel good to something that makes us feel bad. So a lot of women are unhappy with her sexual circumstance, but don't know how to change it. Having sex becomes feeling guilty and shameful or feeling pressure from her partner. So many women just want to be sexually normal. And by the way, the only normal thing is the cycle on a washing machine. Why does this happen? Well, when you first meet someone, often sex is easy and effortless. You have sex because you have a strong sexual drive and the sex is amazing. But after the honeymoon phase, it's almost like sex is done in about face, and instead of it being effortless, it becomes a lot of work. Now, couples don't give their sex a lot of thought. Because of that, it surprises so many couples when one day they wake up to find themselves in a sex rut. This is where women are asking themselves, what's the point of having sex when there's little or nothing in the sexual experience for me? Realistically, there's a plethora of reasons why a couple's sex life over the long term goes from great to sideways to a sex rut. For the average couple, a big piece of the puzzle is our sexual socialization teaches us to clutch and grab the hot spots. So your boobs and your vulva and your penis, and to have orgasm focused sex. FYI, this is how men prefer to have sex, which is perfectly fine. However, the problem becomes that women generally go along with what her partner wants to do and doesn't ask for something else. After a few years of the couple not knowing how to communicate that they're in a sex rut, trying their best to make sex work, women find themselves trapped in the systemic orgasm as the goal sex. The result? In a magazine poll, when asked, are you satisfied with the variety of sex? Overall, 68% of men and women said their sex was predictable. The irony with predictable sex is that although most women have the ability to orgasm, she sometimes does, but mostly doesn't. Why does orgasming become such a challenge? Typically, at the initiation of sex, a woman's mind is racing, going 90 miles an hour, and by the time she has started to relax and move from her head into her body, the sex is over. And if this is played out too often, it becomes easier to get the sex over and done with quickly, leaving him sort of satisfied and her resentful. Resentful sex isn't fun and doesn't inspire her to want more. What is happening here is the majority of women in a long-term relationship are experiencing what is called a delayed sexual response. And she does not know that she needs to put her responsive desire into action in order to wake up her arousal and her desire. Add to this that women never ask for more because, one, she doesn't know how, two, she doesn't feel she deserves it, and three, she feels it's just way too much work. The result is many women unwittingly build up tons of unacknowledged resentment towards their spouse and their sex. So here starts the cycle of her sex life going from excited to neutral to apathetic. She's feeling guilty and resentful, and she's avoiding sex. At this point, learning communication techniques and bedroom tricks are going to do very little to help the couple. By the time a woman reaches the apathetic stage, her biggest sex organ, her brain, is going to dig in its heels and unconsciously refuse to enjoy sex. So what can she do at this point? This is the point where a woman needs to turn her sexual mindset around. So her base emotional response to sex goes from resentful to neutral and back to positive. And wouldn't you know, I'm here to show you how to create a positive sexual mindset and create a sex life that works for you. How can you go from sex being something you have to do to something that you want to do? It will take some time, effort, and change on your part, but not as much as you think. And I'm here to help you every step of the way. Visit trinareed.com and get your free copy of Sex Bootcamp Masterclass. Listen to the sensational podcast and join the success community. The reason you have sex has to be because you want to have sex, and it all starts at trinareed.com.